Welcome back, everyone, to the Frogs of Calamitous Intent.
Last time, we had Sprig being a really bad guest, as well as a customer of the Boon Choys who was a bit obnoxious, trying to appropriate their culture into a food truck. And then we had Hop Hop and Polly worrying about being freeloaders, so they volunteered to take Domino to the vet, and then find out that no, they actually aren't freeloaders. And that cats eat shawarma.
And more cat shenanigans ensued. And we got to watch Domino lick its butthole.
That's how a cat can do.
Yep. So yeah, Amphibia's chugging along. We're seeing a lot of sort of fillery episodes, mostly just character stuff. Getting to know Ant's parents, seeing the Plantars, explore the human world and see how it differs from Amphibia. I do believe today's episode we're supposed to be getting back to more plot, because even though it hasn't been a big major point yet, we know in the background they've been trying to find ways home, or at least find a way to activate some sort of portal to get them back to Amphibia. So hopefully this episode is the one where they at least find something that points them in the right direction.
Today we have Fight at the Museum and Temple Frogs.
Yeah, in the opening of the show, they do show them in a museum, sort of like dodging guards and everything. So if I had to guess, probably another relic from Amphibia ended up in their world. Same way that book did, same way the chest did. So that's probably going to be their big clue as to finding out who or what has been sending all that stuff there. Because we know there's definitely a portal somewhere. Was it Anne found that Walkman that one time from that guy, and he mentioned that Newtopia had lots of stuff like that. So clearly there's something that is allowing human stuff to go into Amphibia and vice versa. So hopefully this time we'll actually find out what is causing that exactly. And we might possibly go back to Amphibia, if I had to guess, for the temples.
I think what I heard is that the Boon Choys and the Plantars go to a Thai temple in their world. And actually, I think from what I heard from like the round table, there's supposed to be a scene where a bunch of the robot frogs all in the sky over the temple from the opening.
Ooh, fun. Hopefully we don't get the invasion quite yet, although they might expedite it a bit. We know that the one frog was still repairing itself, but I imagine by now it's done, so who knows? It might call for backup and then shit's gonna hit the fan. But let's get started, shall we? Let's see what sort of artifacts they find that could possibly help them return to Amphibia and play. Aww, cuddling up with the kitty. But jeez, Ann. Nah.
Big ol' wiki.
Dude, that's like a rabbit hole right there.
I spent all night researching ways to get you guys home. And possibly the night before that.
You? Researching? Who are you? And what have you done with my daughter?
Har har. So I was thinking, what if there's a second Calamity box here on Earth? So I mapped out every thrift store in a 50-mile radius, and if we leave right now...
Thistle Manor isn't gonna binge itself.
Everyone quiet! Lord Frankerton's confessing his love for Lady Franklin.
Dearest Lady Franklin, I simply
This is Downtown Abbey.
passion for you any longer.
Touch.
Why does it feel like
So
I'm
the
the only
British
one trying to find a way
equivalent of
back
third
to India?
base.
And we have been trying.
What if you both spend the day at the museum and wrote a report? You have a lot of makeup schoolwork to do.
Oh, Lord.
It is what it is.
Yes, I'm also cleaning the house. There's slime everywhere, and I'm not pointing fingers, but I need you all out of the way.
Ew.
Gross, Anne.
It's not slime, it's mucus. Yep, there he is.
I'll pick you up at 6. Have fun, but also learn.
Ugh, learning. Fancy.
Whoa, looks like you guys used to have a monster problem too.
You could say that.
Wait, your people think the world is round?
Oh no!
Oh god, Hop Hop's a flat earther.
They get it.
And what? You gotta take a break from all this research.
Don't worry, HP. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You gotta
Learning
break from
yourself
research
out
to
isn't
do
gonna help
research.
us get home to Amphibia. Now that's what I
Let's do
said.
research.
Look.
Aha, there it is. Oh, it's that girl frog.
Crazy, but that looks like one of us.
Name's Dr. Jan. I'm a curator here and an avid lover of all things ancient.
Why'd you wink at me?
The frog here is depicted in a very unconventional fashion. Bipedal.
Oh, it
must have been some kind of deity.
Huh, you don't say.
Maybe it's a frog-shaped alien, right? From another dimension.
Frog God?
It's a little on the nose.
I'm really into cryptids. You know, UFOs and stuff. Anyway,
Big
you got
shock.
any other questions?
Do you know anything about portals to
Nope, not at all. Actually, I hate history and museums. Yuck.
Aw, that's too bad. And kind of insulting. Well,
Meh.
change your mind. Just holler, Dr. Jan! And I'll fill I in like an information
Dr. Jan.
superhero. Dr. Jan, away!
Nah. Nerd!
Hey, why'd you blow her off? What if there's a map painted on the bottom or a secret code that only shows up under blacklight?
Well, if you don't want to ask that Dr. Jan for help, what are we gonna do? Rob the museum?
Oh
I
no.
still can't believe we're robbing the museum.
Eh? You guys okay in here?
All good. Just finishing that report.
Don't believe you, but okay.
She's smart.
Looks like you bought it. We did way more dangerous stuff in Amphibia. At least nothing here's gonna spit acid at us.
That you know of.
I was gonna say.
New rules for this. How are we ever gonna get back?
She's a
what's
Leo?
the plan?
Makes sense. I see someone went through a goth phase.
Very into this.
Meow. I'm a cat.
Oh
no.
god! Vince is stole a shoe.
Hashtag release the butthole cut.
Polly, you get us inside.
Oh god. Someone cleanse that image from my brain.
What's up, fool?
Sleep, Spring. You take out all the cameras.
That's subtle, guys. Oh
Those guards got tired of chasing me and stopped at a coffee shop.
Nicely done. Now,
shit. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Aw.
Not a good time to nap.
Oh, that's a lot of lasers.
Don't worry. I got
You should have brought Nicolas Cage.
Nah. Secret Asian man. The new track.
This isn't a movie, Sprig. Not everything has a dramatic twist.
Well, shit. Ah.
Not you again.
Ay. Da 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 da. Oh, all those artifacts. Ugh. Why is there an active guillotine out in the open? Slice?
Let them eat cake.
This thing.
Let's rumble, robot.
Oh, snap.
I mean, he just wants to axe or something.
Your history.
I hope they don't get caught, because they are going to be paying for life. When does he quit?
Put your hands in the air.
And wave him like you just don't care.
Well, you fucked up your mission.
Frog aliens?
What the?
I can't believe I forgot. Mitchell, Rodney, this has been a terrible misunderstanding. These are performers rehearsing an exciting historical reenactment of some kind. We'll clean this mess up tomorrow. You two can go home. I'll take it from here.
Thank goodness.
I knew it.
Night,
Dr.
Dr.
Jan.
Oh, she knows stuff.
Oh, hey, Dr. Jan. There's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all this.
And I can't wait to hear it. Frog aliens, robots, spill it, kid. This is a dream come true.
We can't do this on our own, Ann. Maybe it's time we tried trusting someone.
What do you got to lose at this
Wow,
point?
sounds like you've been through a lot. Back when I was younger, I would stay up for days on a dig. I couldn't go home knowing we were so close. One time I got sloppy with a dynamite charge, and, well, this was a triceratops.
Ooh.
What's a triceratops?
I get it. So what you're saying is,
That's
if I keep this
unfortunate.
up, I may do more harm than good. Do you have a black light? I want to check and see if this baby has any secret codes on it.
Blacklight? Go sleep. Take a day off. The world will still be spinning tomorrow.
Still not sold on this spinning globe theory.
Shut up, Hop Hop.
No way.
You've got to be
Huh.
kidding me.
Ooh.
secret letters.
On Disney
There's some Gravity Falls style, like, secret letters here.
the greatest warrior.
Or Futurama.
By the way, I heard who the voice actress is. Anika Nani Rose.
I know that name.
She voices Tiana from The Princess and the Frog.
Ah!
How appropriate.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Frogs.
I got a text from Dr. Jan. It says, "Come see me when you've got a moment. I think I found something." Which means the sooner we
Surfing.
talk to her, the sooner
Damn
we get
autocorrect.
Oh, good. You're here. Help us finish loading the car.
home. No problem, Mrs. Boonchoy.
We'd be glad to help.
I can't carry much, but okay.
Okay, then we gotta get to the museum.
The Thai community hasn't seen you since you came back, and this is the perfect opportunity. But no but. Look, I'll make you a deal. Just stay for 1 full hour. Then you can go do whatever.
Side missions.
Market day? Temple?
Hey, I see you, Desi, Rico.
What was that all about?
Wasn't there a school
Gossip
uniform?
bloggers from the school paper trying to get an exclusive photo of the girl who went missing.
Oh, well, I got some photos they can use.
Oh, no.
You were too.
Aww.
Here's you. When you
Oh my gosh, stop!
Deal with it.
Nah, such a dad.
Just look at this place. No way! Is this you?
Yep, I've been coming here since I was a kid. It
Aw.
seems cool at first, but believe me, it gets old quick.
Now stand out in the open where everyone can see you.
Wait, by everyone, you don't mean...
She's
back! Oh, sure.
Oh no.
Here comes the bus train.
Welcome back.
What have you been worrying your parents like that? Good to see you, Babu. It was just a little misunderstanding. They forgot I was at tennis camp. Typical.
You got sauce in it.
Here, eat something.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
good to see you. Bye.
Gonna throw her to the wolves like
It's
that.
called a why. It's how you show respect to your elders. You three are free to explore if you want. Just be careful to keep those disguises on.
Oh no. Why did you let them go?
Jan, just 1 hour and I'll be there.
Bubble tea!
Walking like a human.
Yeah.
And everyone to say it's bedtime. We say, very good.
Huh.
Taken time before?
Yeah.
That'll do it.
What's all this then?
It's called dancing, a performance art where dancers tell a beautiful drama of epic scale through intricate movements and expressive gestures.
Intricate movements, expressive gestures, drama, I'm in.
Yeah. We're gonna see actor Hop Hop again.
I wish you hadn't told me about these earlier.
Foreign snacks.
Something tells me they're not gonna want to go home after this.
Ooh.
New guy, join our team.
Calm down, everyone.
Oh boy, this might be Newtopia University all over again.
What you got there, Mom?
Just returning a few dishes some of the community members lent me.
The typical Tupperware with the blue flowers.
It's been almost an hour by now.
Ugh.
That's it. Sorry, Mom, but I have more important things to do today than hand out samples.
I'm at the Titanic, but I'll be at the museum in 30 minutes tops.
Dang it. Great, now you're gonna get your temple wrecked. Ooh.
Search and destroy.
They're dragon
Now, all I
flies.
gotta do is collect those frogs and avoid some parents. I'll give you $5 to pretend to be me for 45 minutes.
I don't see why not.
So you gonna write me a check or?
Should've got the money up front.
Wow, he is really good at that. Looks like he's having fun, too. Maybe he can give this one a miss.
That's not volleyball, that's something else, right?
What the heck? I sat through high school for years and could barely string a sentence together. It is
Comes
really
easier to
easy
others
to connect
than
yourself
some
to
people.
Like this. I'll just update them after I see Dr. Jan.
Eh? You're supposed to be at the stand.
Oh, yes. You see?
You were sneaking out to visit your museum friend, weren't you?
Okay, you got me.
Why do you think I'm returning all those dishes?
I don't know. Because he had a potluck party?
No, everyone here cooked us meals and took care of me and Dad for all those months you were gone.
Aww.
Oh, I had no idea. Wow, I feel like a jerk.
They
Yeah,
were
you
worried
should.
about you and us. The community ran our stove here and sent us the money. Even help out at the restaurant. And never asked for anything in return.
Aww.
That's really cool.
What are those things?
Oh, lordy.
What's going on? They must be from the robot.
What robot?
The robot is the name of the gossip blog those girls from school run. Just tell everyone they have to take cover. I've got this.
Or maybe not.
And we heard a blast. What's going on? Mom, I told you to tell everyone to take cover.
This is our temple and our community. When one of us is under threat, we all are.
Yeah, be gone, St. J Middle School paparazzi.
Always wanted to punch a paparazzi. Nice. Although I worry about the headdress. You get a sample. You get a sample. You really get a sample. Spring through me!
Fastball special.
Uh-oh. Your disguises, guys.
Guys, your disguises, they've fallen off.
Oh, God.
Yeah, everyone.
Well, that was
I can
horrifying.
explain. No. No need to know. If they're your friends, then they are our friends too. No matter how ugly they are. It's funny, but it still stings.
They're talking about you too.
Thanks, you guys.
Man, middle school equipment is really advanced.
Yeah.
You're probably itchy to get out of here.
I think I'd like to stay a bit longer.
I thought you had more important things to do.
Mom!
Just kidding, just kidding.
It's written in some kind of ancient language. If only we could read it.
Wait, according to Marcy's notes, it says, seek the mother of Olms. She will guide you to your destiny? That doing anything for anyone?
Not especially. No, sirree.
We'll be right back to
Did you say Mother of Ohms?
That's what I heard.
Huh.
What's the best?
Interesting she has Marcy's diary. I mean, I guess she was reading it, right? When she opened the portal, so I guess maybe Anne grabbed it.
Could be.
Thank God for that. Otherwise, I don't think we did ever find out what it meant. Well, I was right. We got plot. We finally find out who that woman was in the opening credits. Figured she'd be a museum curator who's into aliens and nerd stuff. But thank God, too, because they definitely need somebody in that department. So they have that one, was it pot or something?
Vase, urn, whatever.
Vase,
Yeah.
however you pronounce it. And it featured that, I assume that girl frog we see in the flashbacks.
In the photo. Yeah.
Well, remember when Andreas was talking about his friends?
Yeah.
He had, like, the toad and then the frog. I assume that was her.
Remember when they go past the tapestry in the sleepover episode?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really see her. Like, that was like a sliver.
Yeah,
Like, it was,
but it can be assumed.
right. And it's assumed, too, that
It
she's
can be inferred.
Right, and it was heavily implied she's the one that stole the Calamity box and probably used it to escape there. If I had to guess, she probably might still be there. I know a lot of people were, like, theorizing that, oh, she's a Plantar's, like, ancestor or something, which makes sense because she looks exactly like Sprig. I'm just wondering exactly, like, where she is and how exactly the box ended up in an antique shop of all places. So many questions! Or maybe she left that there deliberately in case somebody found her.
Could be.
Because I'm convinced that somebody dropped that book for Marcy to find to look up the Calamity box. Maybe she planned all this. Maybe she's like been secretly in the shadows, like watching them, dropping little clues.
One thing I will say is ultimately felt like kind of futile for them to have the museum heist, you son of a bitch, I'm in. If all they were going to do was shine a black light on it and could have gotten one asked to check it out with the black light or just done it anyway, it doesn't seem like, aside from the curator didn't seem like there was a whole lot of observation of anybody going on. And she wouldn't have had to steal it or break anything.
I guess there's several reasons that wouldn't work. One, the lights were on. Black lights don't work when the lights are on. B, it was behind glass, which can interfere with the light. And also, as we clearly saw, there was lots of security. So I'm sure even if they touched the glass, it would have set off something. Although then again, Polly was able to gnaw her way through it. So maybe not. Point being, there was obstacles there. Even if she just wanted to shine on it through the box, it still would have had to been dark. Keep in mind, she was also heavily sleep deprived.
Yeah,
so
I'll give you that.
So that idea it seemed like the only logical one at the time. But yeah, I understand. But then again, I understand her paranoia too, because these are technically mutant alien frogs that would freak out any regular people. I mean, so far the Plantars has been relatively lucky up to this point. The fact that Anne's parents have accepted them, the fact that her community accepts them, the fact that the curator accepts them, but eventually they're going to come across people that are not going to be so accepting. And as we clearly saw, we're going to be expecting FBI agents down the line, and you know they're going to be itching to get their hands on them.
Yep. Plus, we saw what happened the last time Anne was in a museum.
Yeah. Plus, there's also the fact that I was a bit suspicious of the curator, because the fact that she was into sci-fi and stuff, I was half expecting her to be like another conspiracy theorist that like secretly is going to capture them and like experiment on them or something, or sell them out to like the FBI just to get like praise.
Or like that guy in Owl House.
Yeah, that guy. That's what I was thinking of too. So many of those characters. I mean, I really hope she doesn't turn out to be one of those people, that she genuinely wants to help them. But we'll just have to wait and see.
And you gotta admire, again, Anne using her resources to basically get a community of people together. So she may not realize it, but she's amassing an army.
Yeah, she certainly is.
Yeah.
Interesting, though, because it came almost real naturally to her in Amphibia, just how she was able to just gather all these people. But then when you really think about it, in her own world, she was kind of ignoring all that in favor of just being with her two friends. But now she's realizing the value of having her parents at her side, having her community at her side, and learning to trust other people. I do like that we're getting significant character arc, because, I mean, she's already gone through a good arc in the first two seasons, learning to be self-sufficient and learning to fight and not just be a helpless teenage girl. But in this case, now she's learning to appreciate her old life and what she didn't realize she had. So I really appreciate the show going in that direction. And that was so heartwarming that they cared for the parents while she was away. They helped pay for their restaurant. Because I'm sure they sunk a lot of money into trying to find her. It honestly surprised me that the restaurant stayed afloat during that time. Because you imagine they would have had to shut it and like take time off to go look for her. So it was so great that their community actually kept them in business, kept them afloat, and kept them from going bankrupt.
Yeah. It's not something I've experienced too much. I've heard of like a lot of Indian immigrants sort of, banding together and becoming a, bigger family and community and helping each other out and things like that.
Yeah.
Much as you kind of give crap to, a lot of the religions, there are instances in the community where you do see the positive of it. You do see a lot of churches and stuff actually banding together and helping out their own, helping out others. My mother, who is Jewish, she would go to my dad's church, and nobody tried to force anything on her. She'd often sing with the choir. They always welcomed her. They always loved hearing her sing. This one gets me too. When my grandmother died, my mom was going to this Unitarian church, and this was just a month after 9/11, and there are people giving excuses of, it's too close to 9/11 to come to the Shiva, whatever. But you know who came? People from my dad's church. Don't underestimate community.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no fan of organized religion personally, but I have seen the good that certain churches and temples can do under the right circumstances. I mean, not my personal experience, but I had classmates in high school. Their house burned to the ground after their dryer exploded, and pretty much all their possessions were destroyed. And I remember the church at the time threw like this big fundraiser to help get the two girls new school equipment, just basic clothes, needs and everything. Even helped put them up in a temporary hotel till they found a new home. So yeah, when organizations like band together for the right reasons, that definitely could be a wonderful thing. Mm-hmm. The way that they were presenting this, like, it almost feels like the Plantars are going to stay in the human world.
It really does.
Because, I mean, I know that they love Amphibia and they are part of a community in Wartwood and everything, but then again, Wartwood kind of ostracized them a bit at the beginning, because, like, they were always in dead last whenever it came to, like, competitions. They were always mocked for certain things. But in this case, they're, like, readily being accepted without question. Even, like, their innate abilities are more valued here than back in Amphibia.
But once again, and sway with people still is kind of what's doing it. It's like they say, you know, if you guys are friends of Anne's, we get it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it goes back to Anne using her resources.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, honestly, I see one of two things happening. The prediction we had where their universes merge, that would probably be the most ideal ending, so that way they don't have to split apart and they can get the best of both worlds, traveling to and from Amphibia and the human world. And then the other scenario is that the Plantars end up staying, because really they don't have that much to stay for in Wartwood. I mean, I know Hop Hop has his girlfriend, and I know Sprig has Ivy, but I mean, if they figure out the whole portal thing, they could theoretically visit once in a while. It just feels more like they're setting them up to, like, sort of stay in the human world permanently. Because honestly, it's safer for them. And like I said, their skills are actually put to better use there.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, it's like the Plantars are feeling more at home in the human world. And then you got Sasha and Marcy feeling more at home in Amphibia.
Yeah. And that's assuming that, you know, they have no happy, like, home lives to go back to when this is all over. Because we still haven't touched upon that subject yet. It was interesting to see how everybody in Anne's community just readily accepted back. And when she gave the excuse, they just accepted it, no question. I'm just waiting for, like, the other people with the more hard-hitting, inquisitive questions wanting to know exactly where she's been. I mean, we had a hint of it with those two photographers from the school. Frankly, I'm surprised there's not more of that. Like, the paparazzi is like, oh, girl disappears for months, suddenly reappears without question or something.
I mean, for all we know, the FBI that we're going to be seeing later, they might be questioning some of the people at the school. They might be questioning, you know, everybody.
Frankly, I'm surprised they haven't intercepted the robot's transmissions and everything. The fact that he's been on surveillance with everything. You think that and the FBI would clash at some point.
Maybe they have, maybe they will.
Given how the robot has not been doing a good job being covert in this situation, it's definitely going to draw some attention. So what's next week's episode?
So next week we have Fixing Frobo and Ansterminator.
Finally, we get around to fixing Frobo. Seriously, that was like the second most like shocking thing in True Colors finale, was how they just freaking demolished him. Because it's like, we barely got any of Frobo. He was so built up this whole time, and everyone was theorizing what he could possibly be and what his significance to the story is and everything. And we see him in like 1 or 2 episodes since then, and he's mostly just a background character.
I think we've only seen him as his head.
Yeah, and then he gets destroyed, and then it's just his head. What the heck? Frobo needs more love.
Yeah. It was done by the other frog robots, so...
It was done by Andrews himself.
Yeah, well...
Friggin' demolished him.
So clearly they know the weak points, but...
Right.
Yeah, no, if they can get Frobo back up and running, at least they'll have some extra, you know, muscle.
Well, according to the promotional poster, he'll be on wheels now. He kind of looked like, was it RC from Toy Story a little bit? So maybe it'll be in the same vein. It'll be mobile Frobo. But until next time, when we see Frobo get a whole new bod, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie.
And never underestimate the importance of community, folks. I know sometimes they seem stifling and sometimes can be overwhelming to get involved with groups like that, but if you get involved with the right people, it can be a wonderful thing.